Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome back to the farm. We're of course playing Farming Simulator 19 again today. Gonna get back and do some more crop harvesting and stuff. Now we had over here, there's the pickup truck we bought last time, but we had over here this field that we had harvested. Left a whole pile of rows of straw on the ground. Now I don't currently have a baler. And apparently, without a baler, the only way to deal with this in order to replant the field is to plow it. So I'm thinking we're going to need to buy a baler. Well, they're really expensive. I have like 80,000, and if we take a look in the baler section here, it's under tools, baler technology. They're a little on the pricey side, but we can get a New Holland roll belt one. So this will make round bales as opposed to square bales for 49,000, or we could get the Coon. Now we could also potentially lease these. So if we lease this, it'll cost us $8,400 up front. It'll have a per day cost of $1,050. So as long as we're turning a profit, I feel like we'll get that paid off. And my real question here is, like, how long is a lease going to be for? There's no specific lease terms around, like, how long you have it. So I don't know if it's going to be, like, per operating hour, 5,000. Man, that's expensive. $5,000 an hour for this thing. That's insane. You know what? Let's maybe save our money for now. I feel like we might need the cash. Whatever. We'll lease this thing. I want square bales. I don't really want the round bales. And we're also going to need a mechanism to pick up the bales, and that's going to be yet another expense. So it's going to add up a little bit. But I'm going to lease this one. Do you want to lease for $8,400? Yes. To be picked up at the vehicle, leased vehicle from the store. Okay, so we have to go down to the store to get that. Now we also are going to need a way to pick up our bales. This is for wrapping. Here we go. So this is going to be a bale picker. We have two options, really. We can get a front-end loader. We can move the bales individually. And actually, the front-end loader might be the way to go right now. Only because we're going to have other things we have to pick up. But this bale picker will allow us to kind of pick up stuff from the field a little bit more directly, and then it stacks and everything. It's super handy. If we get this, it'll cost us $5,600 lease, and then we'll have, you know what? Let's just lease this one, too. We're going to go crazy. We're going to lease everything. It's going to be really expensive. We're going to need to make sure we're turning a profit every day just to be able to keep up with the cost of what we're going to get here. But and then we also are going to need probably something to move the large bales around after the fact. I don't know if we have to actually transport them anywhere to sell them. Other things I know we have to take them places. That stuff I don't know. So we could probably use a front-end loader. At some point later, we're going to be looking at. Oh, there's a skid loader there. There's a front loader. 60,000 for the front loader. We're gonna need these for later on for moving things like bags of feed and stuff as well. Once we start to get farm animals, so there's a little bit involved there also. Maybe I'll hold off on getting this until I know for sure that I need it. There's no point incurring the cost, I guess, for right now. I think realistically, we're still on the very first day of our farm too, because time doesn't, even though it's going at like 5 times normal speed, it doesn't really seem to go by that fast. I haven't seen a night cycle yet. I have no idea what that's all about. If we'll have to go back into our farm to sleep. Here's our cedar. You know what? That field didn't really get ripped up entirely. Let's go ahead and hook up. We'll finish out that field, and then once we get this field finished, I should probably seed it with something else. And then we'll get down to the store and we'll buy, or not buy, but we'll pick up the baler that we just bought. Bring that home so we can get that to work on the field and get stuff baled up quickly. I think if we're going to do some more wheat and stuff, I should probably have that baler on hand anyway. So, need to unfold X. Then B. All right, let it rip. I think I kind of drove on the first part of the field there, so I probably left my tracks behind. Yeah, a little bit. Not too bad. All right, that field's all done. We can ditch this over here. Now, I have to decide ultimately what I'm going to plant in this field over here, too. Now, we have wheat on the way already. Not on the way, but we did plant some wheat. And we've been selling some wheat. It's not necessarily the best cash crop. Oh, I didn't even pick up the weight on the front. I guess I didn't really need it. Oh, maybe I should have lowered that first. Oh, whatever. Oh, there's a tab, I guess. All right, so we're gonna need the choosing the seed. I can't remember which button that is. Seed select is Y. So we're on wheat now. Our options are, we can do barley. You know, maybe we'll do barley. So that way it's a different crop. So we'll have that. But it'll still produce straw, which will give us a use for our baler as well. Turn on the sower. Get this up to the line. Let her rip. I'm going to hire somebody to do this for me so I don't have to do it myself. Let them go and seed the field. I didn't quite get right to the edge. Yeah, it should be good enough. Alright, we're off to town to get the baler. Now, there are a couple of options when it comes to the straw. I mean, obviously we could plow it into the field if we didn't want that. There's also like a loose straw gatherer that you can use if you have animals and you want to use it for bedding for them, or I think you can also mix it into a particular type of high-performance feed for the cattle and stuff. Now, in our case, we don't have any animals just yet, so we're going to go ahead and bale it. And I'm not sure what the deal is with the bales, whether it just sells them automatically, if we have to take them someplace to sell, if we can store them later and tear them apart for bedding, which is what you would normally expect to do. You wouldn't keep all loose straw if you were using bedding for animals. But I also don't know if this game has seasons just yet, so like, do we need to store stuff up? Oh, right, I forgot I got the bale picker too. All right, so we have both our baler and bale picker here. I guess we'll take the baler back first. It's going to be kind of a nuisance driving back and forth to the store every time we need it. I kind of wish I could get them delivered. Well, what are you going to do? Alright, baler's connected. We'll take this back, and then we'll get the bale picker too, and get these things to work. Yeah, there's a lot of traffic in town all of a sudden. Alright, we have our new equipment back on the farm. Here's our bale picker. We already have the baler there. I'm just going to leave it here for now. It's kind of sloppy, but whatever. It's not really a lot of activity going on in this yard anyway. So we'll hook up to our baler. We'll get our field all baled up. Now, the employee we hired to do the seeding is already finished. That cost us like $109 an employee wage, which, you know, I guess is all right. Oh, he's not even finished. He's just wrapping up now. Cost us $109. That field over there appears to be growing now because it was all seeded. I wondered how much in-game time it would take for stuff to grow. Apparently it goes pretty quick because it's still the same day. I think it's the same day anyway. We've already got crops coming in, so that's some serious advanced growth going on there. Okay, so we'll need to unpack this, get it all unfolded. These balers are pretty cool. I never had one of these really large balers when we were working on my dad's farm. It was always just a smaller one that you could pick up by hand. Now, they also did have a bale picker that would stack those, but in our case, we did a little bit of both. So we did both the, oh, look at it going in there. That's pretty cool. We did both, some of the hand picking and then also some of the stuff with the automated picker. Picker's really handy for stacking it because you can get like these huge stacks, but they're really unstable, so you pretty much just stack it up and then load it up into the hayloft anyway, I guess. It's going to take a while, but eventually it'll spit a bale out the back of this, and then we'll have to get those picked up and stacked in the yard. And I guess from that point we'll figure out what happens exactly with the straw that we pick up, because I don't know whether this is going to be like an auto sale or something we have to sell manually or what. Alright, we're on the last row of straw here. This field will be all cleaned up and ready to be tilled under after we pick up all the bales, of course. There's not that many, but got a few out here. The field that I planted over here has been growing quite a bit, and I actually want to go and take a look and see if there's any weeds that are growing in it, because weeds will end up reducing our yield if we don't get those taken care of, and frankly, I can't afford the money of having lowered yields. We kind of need every little bit we can get. There's just this tiny little patch here of straw that I missed. We're going to get that taken care of. Alright, that's all done. We can pick up the pickup on that. I kind of wish I could get the bale off the back of this thing. Is there like an option to drop that thing off? Unload baler. Yeah, we can do that. Nice. Okay, so that got us the two bales that were in there. We could fold this thing up now. We just don't need it. We'll go put it away. I think we'll stick it in the shed over there with the combine, so we can get rid of this. And then we'll go take a look at that field over there that we've got growing and see what we're doing weed-wise. Now, if it does have a bunch of weeds, we'll, of course, have to get some sort of a tool to take care of it. There are two options in this game for dealing with weeds. There's a mechanical weeder, which we can buy from the shop, of course. And then there's also a sprayer. If the weeds have gotten too big to be able to use the weeder on, then we'll have to spray for them. It's still relatively early in the growth pattern of that crop there, so I think it should be okay. And I'm terrible at backing up with a trailer these days. No practice at all. I want to angle it a little bit more. I have no opportunity to practice backing up with trailers in my day-to-day life. Alright, that's done. We'll just stick the tractor out here, I guess. Hey, you know what? We'll park it. Might as well. We have no use for it at the moment. Anyway, later on we'll use it, of course, to till the field. But in the meantime, we can put it here under cover. I don't know if that does anything to actually preserve the tractor in any way, but... Oh, look, the wheels are dirty now. Didn't notice if they had dirt on them before. Yeah, they probably did. Alright, this guy finished seeding out here for us, so I guess we can get rid of this over here. We're not going to need it anymore. The seeder we can put away. Our fields are pretty much taken care of for now. At some point, we'll have to figure out how we get more fields. I think we could buy more, potentially lease more. It doesn't look like we have a weed problem here, but we'll just double check. I think it should show us a percentage of weeds. Fertilized 0%, weed 0%. Yeah, so it's not fertilized. We're not going to get a maximum yield off of it. I'm not sure at what point it requires the fertilization. So typically with like a manure spreader, you'd spread it on in the fall after the harvest has already been done. You've got the field tilled and you're just going to let it sit until the next season kind of thing. You can spread on the manure so it can soak in there. You get all the nitrates in there. But in this game, I don't know. You might have to like... you know what? Maybe I'll save that for tractors over there. We'll leave this over here. In this game, you might need to spray the fertilizer on while the crop is still in progress. I don't really know what the deal is there exactly. Okay, we'll drop this off. I don't really need the weight on the front of here either. I guess we can get rid of that. Because we don't need to wait for the bale picker. It has its own wheels. Stick that right there. Thank you very much. Alright, let's go grab the bale picker. We'll see how well this does at picking up all our bales. Oh, look, it even blocks the wheels when you park it. That's funny. Alright, that's good to go. Some of the bales, unfortunately, are sitting in kind of an awkward spot. This might make for a weird pickup. Oh, we'll make do. We're going to need to unfold this, and that's usually X, I think. Is it not X? Which one is it? Operating positions. There we go. Alright, seems to be running already. I don't see the PTO working, though. That's weird. Alright, this one doesn't have any weirds. No, it's just operating position and transport position, so I guess we don't have to do anything fancy with that. Just pull this right in here, get their bale loader up. Very nice. I did notice that the equipment has like a percentage rating on it, so I guess it must wear down over time, but I don't know if you have to do like maintenance on it or if it just wears out to the point where you have to replace it. So I guess we'll find that out soon enough too. Probably the hard way. I didn't make that turn very good. That one's good. Those other bales are in a weird spot, so I'm gonna go grab this one. Oops. Just give it a little nudge. Just a gentle push. I don't think we're even gonna have a full stack off of this field. It's gonna be a small stack, maybe. We got 2 bales left, yeah, so it's gonna be a bit of a weird stack, but that's okay. Just back this puppy up. Oh, don't run it over. All right, last bale, and then we've done our full cycle with this field. Now, every third time we do a harvest, we have to retreat the soil, so there's like lime and stuff I'll have to spray on it. Again, we don't have the equipment for that, so there's going to be kind of a lot of purchases and stuff going on here in the next little while. Or I guess leases if we can't get enough cash, because I don't have a lot of money right now. 66,000 is not exactly a ton. We'll stack it up out here outside the barn. We'll see what happens here. Now, I did the tutorial lessons they had for this just so I could kind of see what they had involved in the game. And when we stacked up the straw here, it basically sold it. But I don't know if that's going to be the same in the course of a normal game. Okay, so to tip this up, we need to go to unload bales. That'll tip it so we can get the position right. I want to make sure it's not hitting the barn. It's really hard to see back there. Close to the barn, but not right on it. Okay, and then once it gets into position this way, we actually have to unload it. And then we're good to go. Then we're going to lower the platform. That's all ready to run. And we have our first stack of straw that I have no idea what to do with. Okay, hold on. Let's see what does it give any options when you walk up to the straw? I mean, we can't pick them up, obviously. Pick up, throw object. Well, I'm pretty sure we're not doing that. These bales are massive. Oh, I can shake the pile, but oh, are you kidding me? I can pick them up. Well, I just wrecked my stack. So much for that. I'm surprised we could pick these up. These are giant-sized bales. All right. I guess we didn't necessarily need the picker. Oh, well. I don't know what to do with them. There's got to be a way we can get, like, either sell them or make use of them somehow, but we'll figure that out later. Okay, we don't need the harvester anymore. Actually, this one here, I think I'm just going to leave the picker right here. We'll drop it off. Just leave it in place. I'm going to get one of our people working on tilling the field out here, so that we have another field ready for planting. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll take a look and see what we can do for getting some animals in here. Start a bit of an animal farm. The tricky part, I think, will be figuring out where we can put them. This needs to be expanded, so that needs to... Oh. Alright, it was already unfolded, I guess. I didn't fold it before we put it away. Not a big deal overall. Okay, that's underway. Let's hire somebody to take care of that. Nice. That field's not growing yet, but that's not, it's to be expected. We literally did just plant it today, so I guess that's not that big a deal. I should figure out how to fertilize that. All right, so in here we have things like, well, grass and hay. Collecting grass, straw. Here we go. When you harvest your straw, straw swaths can be picked up into bales using a baler. Alternatively, you can, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't say anything about selling it. Because we have chaff. Ooh, silage. This is something I was interested in. To turn chaff or grass into silage, you need to dump it into a bunker silo at the biogas plant or in one of your own silos. We don't have one of our own. Combat the heat by driving over it. The silo must be at least 10% full. Cover the silo and start the fermenting process. That's cool. Buying animals. Oh, it's buying fields. All right. You can only work on lands you own. You can't cut down trees, etc. All right. So we do need to expand our what we own. Here's the different animals we can get. Horses, cows, sheep, pigs, and chickens. They have transport stuff for them. Caretaking. You must take care of your animals, feed them, give them water, change their bedding using a straw blower. When animals are happy enough, they reproduce. All right, so I guess we're going to need to have quite a bit of equipment in order to manage our animals. Total mixed ration. Boy, there is a lot of complexity in this game. Slurry, manure, sheep, how to take care of them. We have forestry stuff. I was hoping there'd be something here about how we can sell off our straw, but maybe we should just use that in the straw blower if we're going to get animals. So we have no animals right now and no pens. But if we want to add an animal pen, let me see. Miscellaneous animal pens. We could get chickens. They're probably relatively easy to maintain. They might be good money to sell the eggs and stuff. They have horses and stuff. Those would be cool because you can ride them around. I am a little curious about the pigs and how the pigs will work. It costs 90,000. Can at least, yeah, you don't have enough money. You got to buy these things outright. You don't have to. You don't have the option. Don't have the option just to lease those naturally. All right, so chickens we can place. Where we're going to put them exactly, I don't know. We don't really have a ton of property here that I can put the chickens. This is a roadway over there, so we can't put it there. Where in earth can we fit chickens on this property? Back here might be a good place if we actually had this cleared out. But this is a road back here, too. I don't own that land either, so that sort of rules that out. Can't be placed here. Oh, we can fit chickens over here. I think it might wreck part of my field, but... collides with something or other. There we go. The deformation of the terrain has failed. Oh, that's great. Deformation of the terrain. Alright, so apparently we're not putting our chickens over there. We can't put them in the middle of our field. There's no room here. Man, chickens take a lot of space. This is ridiculous. Can't be placed here. What do you mean we can't put it in the middle of this farmer's field over here? This one's completely empty, actually. I wonder if I can plant that one. Do I own that field? What about over here? Tell me I can put my chicken coop here. I don't own that land either. All right. It doesn't look like we're getting animals right now. I don't seem to have any place I can put them. I don't know if I can put it over here and eliminate my field. I don't really want to do that, though. All right, we have no room for animals. That really stinks. I guess maybe if we get to the point where we can find out what our map looks like. Okay, so that's in the middle of being tilled. Field 19, do we own that? I mean, how do I see... oh, lands. Oh, cool. Okay, so this is what I own. I own these. I don't own the land back here. Or over here, or over here. And if I wanted to buy this... $346,000. We won't be buying that. $152,000, $197,000. All right, we're not really in a position to buy and expand, unfortunately. Biomass heating plant, that's cool. Oh yeah, we drove up there. That's where that wood chip place is. You can buy the property with the spinnery on it. All right, so net result is we don't have enough cash to buy anything. Oh, it looks like we have room behind this farmer's field over here. We could theoretically put animals. It seems kind of out of the way. But maybe. Well, I'm just getting a notice that it collides with an object, so we might actually have to try to clear out the trees that are back here before we can put animals in place. Now, I know that you can cut down trees, and there's a way to dig up the tree stumps and stuff. I'm not entirely sure with how the whole stumping works, so I have to try that out. But clearly, we don't really have space for this right now, so let's just deal with handling crops for the moment. We do need to seed that other field that's sitting fallow. They're almost finished with this one, so let's just grab this tractor. We'll get over and get the seeding going over there. Now, in terms of economics... saving content. Oh, there we go. In terms of the economics, prices of things... I mean, the price for barley at the pork grain elevator is actually quite good. $1,248. Now, we'd have to get over to that grain elevator. The restaurant's not paying very good for much of anything, and that's the closest delivery point, but frankly, it's just not that good value. It looks like... this is canola. Ranch. The restaurant's actually paying quite well for canola, so maybe we want to plant some canola. I think that might be the way to go. 1,800 and change. Soybean. That does quite well also, but I think we need some special harvesting equipment. Where canola, I think we can make do with the equipment we already have. So let's plant canola. We'll hit up the big field behind our house and fill it up with that. Alright, seeder's attached. I guess we'll put the weight on the front of here. I don't know that it necessarily needs it, but we'll attach it anyway. It's funny, like, it seems to require the weights and stuff, or at least it suggests that you require them, but in terms of actually doing the work, it doesn't seem to stop the machine from running. You don't pop any weird wheelies or anything. Okay, let's, whoops, I didn't want to do that. Okay, we need to select our seed, so we'll go with, canola. Ooh, or is that cotton? You know, maybe that's really high price because it's cotton? I can't remember. No, it's canola. Okay. So we have canola selected. I think this thing's already on. Oh, turn on the sower. Unload, open cover, ridge marker. Man, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just drive this ahead. We'll put it down. We'll get it seated. There we go. Man, it wasn't, somehow I got selected on the wrong piece of equipment. Okay, so we have the sower running. We need to make sure they're in a nice straight line here. I think we're good to go. Get all our canola sown in here. This should earn us some decent profit when we get actually to the point where we can harvest it. It's going to be a little bit. But frankly, we need the money. We need some serious cash crops. All right, we hired somebody to take care of that for us, so we don't have to do all that mundane activity. They should be finished over here with ripping up the field now, I think. Not that we're in a position to seed it, because our seeder's busy right now. Yeah, they're done. Alright, let's get this dropped off again. We probably should look at some form of fertilization for the field back there. Maybe we can get some kind of a sprayer. It does have to be loaded with chemical, too. So we have to not only get the sprayer, but we'll also have to get the chemicals to spray it with, and then figure out how to get that back here. Because we might need a front-end loader to haul that stuff. Okay, let's fold that up. First need to unfold the cultivating tool. I want to drop it off. There we go. Just drop the weight off here too. Alright, good to run. Okay, let's take a look at advanced knowledge. Buying animals, root crops harvesting, root crops processing. Improving yield, and there we go. Many ways you can take care of your field to improve yield. To obtain 65% yield, you must spread fertilizer twice, plus 25% each time. Oh, wow. Spread lime every 3 harvests. To avoid a 35% yield malus, you must remove bad weeds, plow after corn, potatoes, and sugar beets. So we actually do need to fertilize, and we have to do that fertilization while stuff is growing. Not necessarily just spreading manure on a fallow field. All right, so I guess we're going to need to get something in order to do some fertilizing. Power harrows, subsoilers, cultivators, so much stuff. Fertilizer technology, there we go. So we have, this one's a chemical fertilizer. These ones look like they're probably manure. I mean, I think fertilizer spread, improve harvesting in fields, yeah. So, I gather it's, this one returns like something else too. So it looks like it fertilizes and adds nitrates. I don't know. What's the deal with this thing? It's not that big, and actually the cost on it's not too bad either. We can probably just buy this one outright. It's only 20,000. Base costs, options plus 0%. It doesn't seem like there's any options for it. We have all these things down here, which I guess are all about customization, but I haven't seen any actually choices we can make. 24-meter wide spread. I mean, all right. I don't know what else to do, so I guess we'll grab this. Yep, we'll buy that, I guess. You can venture purchase at the store. Man, constantly having to run back and forth to the store is going to be a nuisance. All right, so objects. Big bags. Looks like it's all food. So I have pig food, oats for the horses, wheat, seed bags, solid fertilizer bag, lime bag. Oh, I see what the deal is. So that other I get it. So the other fertilizer can use to be spread lime as well as the solid fertilizer. So I guess we'll just get solid fertilizer. Is that what's supposed to go in this thing? I mean, I don't even know. Use to refill your fertilizers. All right. Oh, we can go in the garage. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Ah. Details. Okay, solid fertilizer bag. Doesn't say what it's used with exactly, but I'm pretty sure we're going to need it to refill our fertilizer. So I guess we'll buy that. Got to fetch that at the store too, and we don't have a way to pick it up yet. Ah, so much buying. We're going to go broke. Okay, we need to buy probably a front loader or a skid loader. Skid loader is like 35,000 if we buy that outright. I don't even know how much cash I have left. Front loaders might become a little bit more useful over time, but it's also twice the price. Used to stack and load various goods. I mean, we could use this for picking up bales and stuff too, ultimately, which would be handy. Moving them around the farm. Oh, this one. Okay, here we go. It does have. Oh, we can put different wheel brands and stuff on it. I get it. Wheel setup, standard, communal. I mean, I guess we'll just go with the regular ones. All right, we're gonna lease this because I can't buy it. We don't have enough cash. Got to pick that up at the store too. You know, why not? And then we're gonna need pallet forks for it also because it doesn't have anything on the front for us to do any picking up. So I guess that falls under miscellaneous. Nope. What the heck is this for? Collects materials from the ground and tips them into a trailer. Yeah, this thing picks up everything? Good lord. No wonder it's 328,000. It's like the ultimate harvester. Okay, front loaders or skid steer loaders. I guess the front loader is what we're going to need. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, are you kidding? I could have just put these on the front of my tractor? Oh, come on. I wonder if it has to connect to a particular kind of tractor. What does it say? I mean, there's nothing here in terms of details. FZ30. I don't know. We do a pallet fork, bale spike for picking up bales. I think it's we're going to need a pallet fork initially. Bale spikes will be handy ultimately too, I guess. This is for round bales. Another bale handler. Manure forks. Forks with ground. My gosh, there's a lot of options in here. Log forks. All right. Well, let's just get the pallet fork for now because we're going to need that to get stuff back. Might as well buy it. Not really saving much to lease it, I guess. $38,000 we're down to. Man, farming's expensive. Somebody's finished. Oh no, that's showing the expense for my new vehicles. All right, let's. I guess we'll have to haul butt back down to the store and pick up the stuff we bought. Now, fortunately, all of our pallet stuff is just going to be right there, so I can just pick it up and grab it. I do still have to, unfortunately, drive this down to pick up the fertilizer we bought. Okay, we made it to the store. Here's our next selection of crazy expensive stuff we bought. I don't remember the equipment costing this much on the farm, but mind you, my dad wasn't exactly buying new stuff all the time. He had a lot of older equipment. So let's just hook this up. Okay, so that's good to go. And then we're also going to need our fancy front-end loader here. It's a tiny little front-end loader. I was not expecting this thing to be that small. All right, we'll position this. We'll get our forks on. And then we can pick up the pallet. Oh, man. Turning this is going to be awkward. All right, got those on. Which direction do I have to pick up the pallet from? Is it, I guess, this side. It's got the bracket in the middle, keep it from sliding. All right, load all this in here. Oh, how do I lower? Let's probably look at the controls in here. Cruise control speed, select camera, honk, detach, toggle steering mode. Oh, front steering mode, crab steering, right steering, all-wheel steering. Ooh, kind of like all-wheel steering. Yeah, we'll go with front steering. If we're gonna go faster, that's gonna be kind of necessary. And then I have to select the tool. How do I raise and lower this thing? Alright, it's all mouse controls to handle this thing. Okay, so to raise it up and down... wait a minute. I want to tilt this thing back a little bit. Oh, no, that extends it. This is going to take a little playing around with, I think. Alright, it's up. I feel like I should be able to tilt it a little bit, but I can't. Nope. I found it. There we go. So that'll keep it on board. We don't want it up this high, though, so we'll lower that down a little bit. There we go. That'll be handy for getting it back. In the meantime, I'm going to take our fertilizer spreader first, and then we'll come back later and we'll get this. It just occurred to me that I was buying this thing right there. I probably could have filled it up on the spot, and then not even needed the front end loader just yet. I mean, it's going to come in handy later, but a bit of a waste for now. Alright, back safe and sound with our front end loader and our load of fertilizer. So we'll just pull this right up next to the tractor that needs it, I guess. And then we're going to drop this off. Now, again, there we go. Drop that down. Perfect. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to this thing. Alright, we'll just park this over here. I don't really need it too much right now. Just ditch it over here. Oh, man. The steering, I keep overcompensating. Helper H has completed their task, so that's probably the guy that was seeding that back field, which is great. I wonder if I can sell off some of these outbuildings. I mean, there's a lot of buildings here that I don't really need. These ones sitting over here, for example, are taking up valuable space on my farm. And I can't even go inside them. Even this thing here, like this, it's got this big fancy barn here, which looks like you should be able to store some stuff in it, like trucks and things. Oops, don't want that. And you can't. I mean, I'd love to be able to park my pickup truck or something in here, or some tractors, something. Anything. But this thing here looks like it was like an old workshop or something. We can't go in here. There seems to be nothing we can do with any of this stuff. So if I could sell that, that would be amazing. And maybe I can. I mean, I do see buildings and stuff here. Can I? No, I can't pick them. There doesn't really seem to be anything I can do with them here. Lands, no. So we can pick lands and stuff, but these outbuildings that are here as a decoration, they just seem to be stuck there forever. I don't know. I wish I could get rid of them, but I don't think I can. Unless at some point it's going to let me just smash it. But let's jump in the tractor here. We'll get all of our fertilizer loaded in. Okay, oh, it's oh, neat. It just sort of opened automatically because we're next to the bag. Okay, so refill we are. I wonder how many fill loads we'll get out of this one pallet. Oh, apparently just one. Okay. And then the other question, how many fields can we do with one pallet? Because we have a second field we could do with... Actually, we have 2 fields here that I have seeded, and a third one that's out behind the house. So we kind of have a lot seeded right now. Alright, we'll just pull right in here. I don't know what the... Not sure what the spread is going to look like on this. Let's turn on the fertilizer spreader. Oh, wow, it's actually quite wide. Oh, come on. I'm all over the place. I'm wasting it. We're fertilizing the grass here. That's not good. I wonder if there's going to be a clear indicator on the field that I've actually been fertilizing an area. I mean, it looks like I might be able to tell the color difference. I'm not entirely sure. What is that? There's a bird flying in the ground. I'm pretty sure that they're not supposed to go quite that low. I guess maybe that was just supposed to be a shadow, but it actually looked like the bird. All right, fertilize again. Yeah, this covers quite a wide swath actually. That's pretty good. We probably could have done this in 2 passes if I had been positioned properly in the first place, but I wasn't sure how far I was going to spread. So we'll just do a triple layer here. Oh, actually, you know what? What does it say I have this fertilized now? Fertilized 21%, 34%, 50%. Oh, it actually pays attention to the different areas of the field. Okay, so that makes sense. Turn that off. Now, we do have to fertilize multiple times in one growth period, I guess. So now that I've overlapped, I wonder if that actually counts or whether I need to do it at a different part of the season. Because the growing of the crops just... I don't know what the timing's going to be like on this at all. That's 50%. Looks like the whole field is 50% fertilized, so we'll probably have to do it a second time another time. Cool. Alright, so that one's done. At least now that I know how far this thing spreads, roughly. No, maybe I shouldn't drive through the field. Let's not drive over the crops, maybe. Alright, this one's seeded so we can fertilize field 2. I don't think that's actually the number of it, but whatever. Again, I'm going to waste here. It's gonna be tricky actually getting the a really good spread on this without wasting any. Oh yeah, you can definitely see the color difference, so that's handy. Try to position ourselves in the middle of this. Oh, come on. Try to go like right in the middle here this time. See if we can get the whole thing in one pass. Yeah, that looks like it's covering it. Nice. Okay, tell me that fertilizes the whole thing. That'd be awesome. No, the edges are not quite as well fertilized. 46%, 48, 50. Yeah, you know it's good enough. It'd be a waste of fertilizer, I think, to try to go after that 2 percentage points. Let's take this over to the big field, and we'll get an employee to do the fertilizing for us over there, and then I won't have to do it. And we actually have another tractor sitting there with the seeder on it that we can get out of there. That's a serious amount of seed in it. All right, get this going. Nice. All right, we're gonna hire an employee. They can take over. We'll get out of here. Don't get sprayed. There we go. Hopefully they do a good job. This tractor we can get out of here. We don't need it here anymore. We can ditch this back at the farm. I guess that's where we'll leave that. Alright, well, we got a couple fields taken care of today. Some nice stuff seeded. We got some fertilizer going on. We're not ready for a harvest just yet. I can't see exactly where we can put any animals, just because we don't seem to have enough space. So if I could knock down the buildings we have there, it would sure help, because it would open up a lot of room. Achievement unlocked. Happy plants. Nice. Happy plants for being fertilized. Until the crops really start to grow, I don't know how much more we can really do with them. We're still in what feels like the first day. I think we can go in and go to sleep, and I'm curious to see what will happen there, whether it will shut everything down, and I imagine it'll advance the day or whatever, and then we might come out and have more crops and stuff to work with. That would be interesting. Does the AI work through the night? If I go to sleep, do I have to pay them extra? How does that work? I think until we get to the point where we have a little more space, there's not a lot we can do other than dealing with the crops that we have. We could also look at doing some contracts in town, and apparently that porch is not designed for walking on. Go check out our farmhouse. Oh yeah, we're living in the lap of luxury in here. Apparently I can move boxes. Did I just move into this place? I guess it must be new. All the stereo equipment and everything. I don't think we can't go into any of the rooms, it looks like. They're all sealed off. I tried to go to sleep, but it says you're not tired. Alright, well that solves that. Apparently you can only sleep at night, which I guess sort of makes sense. Isn't that right, buddy? Isn't that right, buddy? Alright, well, we've done what we can for the moment. I think when we come back next time, we'll try to figure out, again, what we can do with some animals and stuff. I might need to clear a few trees. If we can clear out the trees up on the hill over there, we might be able to put some animals on the other side of this this little plot of land we have here. But he's already finished fertilizing. Fortunately, the fertilizing goes fast. Well, thanks, everyone, for checking out the video. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.